Hey guys, Dual Destruction here. I'm going to show you how to make a quick scenario using Alive, the Alive modules. So right now this looks pretty complicated, but it's really not that complicated. So getting all the modules from right here, and before I start this, I just want to say this can be one of my more serious videos. And if you don't know what armor is, click off now. This will make 0 sense to you. So don't pay attention to this, that's just for the mission. So first you'd place down the alive data. No, not the alive required, which is right there. Then the alive data. Then the alive virtual AI system. Now if you want to see everything that's going on, click yes for that, but if you don't, just leave it like that. Now, when the planes start, that's at 0. So if you want to change that to something, change it now. This limits how many AI you can have in your screen at once, so change that as well. If you want to change that, it starts off at 50. You don't need this, but if you want to, you can have civilian placement. I have to show you something first. So I have these two markers to designate where everything spawns. This is marker E, this is marker F. Just have to explain that. So if you go, no, not that one. So TADR, Tactile Area Operation Responsibility. This is where they'll spawn. The blacklist is where they will not spawn. So if I go into map again, this is marker F, this is marker E. So the civilians will only spawn in marker F, but I just realized I made a mistake and I want them spawning in marker E for the mission. Then do not filter, do not filter. You can change how many you want in each city or town. I tend to leave it on medium. And yeah, that's really it for this. Now, these, if you want to have an area garrisoned, you need military AI commander, military logistics, military placement civilian objectives, and military placement military objectives. Military AI commander, you choose what control type you want from asymmetric, which is like occupy and invade, invasion, which is invasion, occupation, which is occupation. Installations, you can change that to low, medium, high, extreme for how much you want them to garrison the pre-built installations. Then you can say if you want roadblocks or not. Then reinforcements, you can change that. Like constant reinforcements, packets of reinforcements, or seldom reinforcements. Intel, and then you can change it by just putting one of these. But if you're using a mod, I'm not, but you can go into override factions and put the code in. Where you can get that is you can go, ooh, Chrome is not working. What? Well, you can see the point. You can see the link. You can see the whatever. I'll go back to that later when it decides to load. Okay. So you can see you could have seen the link if you paused it, and you can get a list of all the supported mods and all the codes that go with it. Now go into military logistics. You can choose how many reinforcements they can pull from, and you can choose if they can allow anything. Now, civilian objectives is like placing in cities. I did the E and F thing again. You can change the name to whatever you want. It's just simpler if you make it like a one-letter word. Then objective size filter. If you only want them on huge objectives, you can do that, or you can make it any size. And then same with that. Place units. You want this to be on place units so they actually place it. Then you can change the force size for that area. So if you want 1,200 people to be in all the cities you have garrisoned, then you do that. I want it on 200, and I want the force weighting for this to be motorized, and I want them to be 100. Actually, no, I want them to be 75% ready, and then medium and medium. I actually didn't change that, so I have to go do that. Oh, it's loading now, so I'm using Syndicat. So I'm going to copy that. Oop, didn't mean to click that. It's for a different video, and boom. Now the faction that I'll be using is Syndicat. Should it be on this one? Yeah. Then same thing, but this time, this is like bases. So I want 100 to be in like bases. I want it to be random. I'm actually, yeah, just leave it on random. Then random camps. If it spawns a camp, I'm going to leave that on medium. Yes, yes, yes. No ambient vehicles. Boom. Now it's the same thing on this side, except it's NATO Pacific. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you how it loads and everything. It doesn't all load immediately. It takes like a good 2 minutes to load it all in. So it should play. No, you don't have to have the military commander, and you don't need the military logistics if you just want to place some troops down and they won't move. But I decided to make it more complicated. This takes a little bit to load because I'm loading in around 1,000 troops. Yeah, 1,000 troops. I think it's 1,000. No, it's not 1,000. It might be a little bit laggy as it loads all in. No, see, nothing's here yet. It's all empty. See, things are starting to spawn in. Now there's a squad there. And hear that? Now there's a vehicle there. Get my guys on the vehicle so I can get to a better height.
Roger.
So you can see the full extent. Anything else you can see on there? Oh yeah, and there's the camp there. That's one of the random camps. And yeah, there's a roadblock up there. Let's go over to this town. Let's see. These are the two military areas. And that's where most of the people are going to be spawned. Not all, but most of them. If you zoom over to this town, you might be able to spot like 1 or 2 troops, but not many. And again, it takes all for all of them to load in, so they're probably not all going to be loaded in right now. Alright, here's another random roadblock. Another roadblock. That's a fort base right there. Also a roadblock. Pretty sure the civilian towns haven't loaded in yet, that's why I think the military things, like, see, that just loaded as I was speaking. So it doesn't all load it instantly. If it did, oh, it would be a pretty, yeah, see, now there's people in the towns. Now I'm going to go in for another loop, and I'll land back at the airfield. So, doesn't look like this area has anything spawned in. That radio tower should be garrisoned. I don't know gonna fly low here for some closer examination of this town. So this is the biggest town, Katkula. That's what it's called. So I'll explore myself. There should be that big military installment. So I'm gonna turn so I can actually get a view. Yeah, and there's people garrisoning that. Must be bigger. There'd be a lot more like vehicles running around if I had this set to mechanized, but I have it set to motorized. Which is a lot less powerful. Oh, there's a random camp up there. I think at least. I'm gonna lower once more. And the markers disappear too. So you don't have to look at those gigantic circles or squares. Yeah, I don't think it's really done. Like, completely garrisoning everything. So you basically see the point. You can add more. I only had like 200 garrisoning it, so it probably wasn't enough to garrison the whole thing. I may have to change that. But yeah, there's a roadblock up there. I figure that by this road I might find something else. And there would be helicopters, but NATO Pacific doesn't have any helicopters. That's another base. That's another... Never mind. Sorry about that. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I could add more if I wanted, but that's all I really want to add. Might be a little bit laggy. It's because I have a low-end computer. So now I'm just gonna land. That'll be the end of the video. Well, that's pretty much it. Just gonna show you how many people I have in the NATO one, so you actually think there just wasn't enough to garrison all of it. So, yeah, I only had 100, I'm gonna pump that up to 200. I'm gonna lower that down to medium, because there was a lot of them. Yeah, I'm gonna actually change that so they garrison the bigger ones more. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't like, And if you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more Dual Destruction content. I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Oh wait, I have to go into this